Hi guys, this is Sunflowers. Now let me ask you a question. Is it possible for a man to be good and not a husband material? That's a very tricky question, right? All right, come along with me as we'll be discussing this in the studio. I know you don't want to miss this, so catch you in the studio. So welcome back. Like I said, we'll be discussing on is it possible to be a good wife and not a good person? Like, is it possible to be a good woman and not a wife material? Why did you take that deep breath?
Once again, hello viewers. I hope you are having a good day.
Yeah, we are.
Well, here I am again.
Yeah.
And again with another controversial
Topic.
rhetorical topic. But well, it's all good. We are all learning, and it's good we just come to the knowledge of one or two things so that we become better
Exactly.
persons. Okay, in the context of being a good woman or good man and not marriable or marriageable, where do we draw the lines? A good person, is that not why you want to marry him or her in the first place? Oh, I love him. I really want to marry him. He's a good man. Oh, I love her. She's a good woman. But marriage is now coming in, and once you are in the marriage, you begin to, get to know a lot more of things you might have even categorized or labeled good from the first instance, and then things become clearer. So good, but what is being good? What does being good? If I would, you just mentioned a good friend, so let me throw it back to you and let's start from there. Good. How does that? What does it mean to you?
For me, I feel like good is someone that is nice.
Okay.
Someone that knows that I think maybe their conscience is still alive.
Oh, I think I love that. Yeah, I think I love that.
Okay. That's what I think.
Because when your conscience is alive, even when you want to do bad things, the opposite of good,
it's bad.
At least your police
will tell you, no, this is wrong. Don't do it like this.
Okay. Yeah. And then if we also, some may say, to be good means maybe to be caring, to be thoughtful of someone before acting, being careful not to hurt them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. But in the context of marriage, marriage is a very deep area itself, that even till now, even those we hold in very high esteem, we just hear in the news that lo and behold, they are no more. They are separated, divorced here and there, and you now come to think, but when these people were tying the knots, they used all manners of praises, all manners of words to describe how good the partner is. Then what comes in? What happens? I think that's where I will start my own illustrations or explanations from. But if we look at the Bible says, "He who finds a wife has found what?
A good thing,
and has obtained favor from the Lord."
Okay.
He who finds a wife.
Okay.
So which means if I find a wife, it's a good thing. But can this person now be good and not be marriable? That is what we now want to discuss. So now let's delve into some of the characteristics of
somebody that
what will make what will make a good wife.
Okay.
or a good husband?
Okay.
I think we'll say, okay,
Proverb 31. That's
which says,
a virtuous woman.
righteous woman, the person must be righteous, industrious.
No.
Don't forget submissive.
Okay.
Submissive, must regard you, must obey, must support you, and so many other qualities we may begin to pinpoint. But now, a good woman becoming a good wife. Well, I feel from my own perspective, and I stand to be corrected, I feel someone might be good individual, but may not make a good wife or a good husband.
Okay. I kind of okay. I also want to stand with you with what you said. Like, it's very true that somebody can be good, but in terms of marriage, we just lack that quality.
Yes.
That makes them to be like, okay, this is a wife or this is a husband.
Yes.
To be good can be like, okay, maybe a career person who is, industrious, hardworking, caring, and maybe smart, wise, and everything. Then when in terms of marriage now, she's not struggling with submissiveness.
Yes.
Like someone being over her, like, she's not struggling with submissiveness, also struggling with letting go of certain things that she holds so high. Because marriage is sacrifice, right? It entails it has a whole lot of things in it. There are people that are sometimes some men are good, that they can be good fathers but not good husband. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
If I seriously, they can be good fathers, but they are not good husbands. Why do I say so? Good fathers are the ones that they are there for their children. They provide the basic needs for the children. Like that is always there to take care. But the aspect of being a husband to a woman, to a wife, he's lacking. He's not there in terms of paying attention to her personal needs.
Okay.
He's not there in terms of supporting her own dream.
Okay.
I don't know if you get my point. A good father will definitely want to support the daughters or the son's dream. Like, okay, I got your back. Support you academically and all of that. There are some men like that will sacrifice everything for their children. But when it comes to their wife saying, okay, I want to pursue a particular career in my life, and they'll say no.
And they draw a line.
No, yeah, you can't. Such a person, for me, I feel like he's not a husband material. For me, I might be wrong. He was just a good person, a good dad or a good individual.
Okay. To also bring in some additions, making it real now. We live in an environment where we see different scenarios playing out, and you see someone who was actually good as a friend to a man, or a man who was good as a friend to a woman, but when marriage now comes in, when it is institutionalized, then some traits now begin to be missing. Then that, we may say, equates the person not to be a good marital spouse or partner. And you must also remember that in the Bible, like Sarah to Abraham, Rebecca to Isaac, most times in the Bible, these women refer to their husbands as lords, which means it's a level of submissiveness on its own. Do you understand? And judging from the accounts we have read from these women, they have their good qualities, then transferred, or should I say increased or more mature into marriage with these great men of old. But where we now see someone who actually loves his or her spouse or partner, but when the marriage sets in, it becomes hard to cope as a husband, or it becomes hard to cope as a wife. Now, the reason why I'm buttressing on this is because of the rate of different cases of divorce news we are hearing up and down. Great men of God, great personalities in all walks of life, and you just see and you'll be like, oh, but this person is a good woman. In fact, some of us even long to even have them. Why? Because of the goodness we see in them. But lo and behold, in marriage, they are suffering. Now, what is now bringing about all those challenges? So again, I think someone may be good as an individual, personally, but once you lack the qualities that will make you a viable husband or a very, very good wife, just as the Bible has said. Because if you are good as a person, as a woman, then you know when you marry, the responsibilities of a man and a woman have been well stated. Your job as a woman, as the Bible says, is to uphold the house, not let it crumble, not let it, maybe through your attitude, which might not have been there before. The same thing with the man. Your job now basically is to protect the family, to provide for the family, and to love your family. But as time goes on, some things happen. Then is in the context of marriage, that goodness becomes unseen. It becomes invincible. But outside, you say, oh, he's a good man. Oh, this and this and this and that. So you begin to mention the qualities because of the way he portrays himself. But in the family, he lacks those attributes, those qualities. He lacks those ingredients that can make him a good husband to his wife, or even maybe a good father to the children.
Okay, so that goes to say that a bad person can be a good husband. A bad man it can be a good husband. No, yeah, if we're saying that it's very possible that somebody that is good may not be able to be a good wife or husband. The same thing goes to say that someone can be bad. Like you just count them out, like, this person is bad. But then when you come to the house, you see a different person entirely. I've seen cases like that. That's what I'm saying. I've seen cases.
Yeah, I've also seen cases like that.
Like people see them like, this person is a criminal. He doesn't have. He's a criminal. He is maybe he's a drug addict and all of that. But then if you come to the house, everything that has to do with the family, the person is providing. The person is paying attention to the needs of his kids and is ensuring that the wife's needs are also met as well. So are we now, if we're saying that bad person can make a good husband, where do we draw the line? Because no, but I wouldn't want some people that are bad are good husbands. Are some good. That's like okay.
Bad, like bad in what context?
Don't you? Okay, let me ask. Do you think a prostitute can make a good? Do you know a prostitute can make a good wife?
Yes.
But in that context of prostitute, you look at the person like, she's bad.
It's a
bad personality.
Okay, but I get where you're coming from.
Do you not get the point that sometimes it's more about what you are bringing to the marriage table versus what you are bringing outside, like outside. Not like I'm saying that it has to do with I'm getting married. Am I fully prepared
for this responsibility, for this task?
Because it's a whole ball game entirely. It's going to be a different lifestyle if you want to from what people know you as. People don't. It's not about people. Not about people think about you. It's what your husband and your family wants. I'm building my own home, and that's why some celebrities like to separate their marriage from the eyes of social media. because they want to have this privacy.
Yeah.
Like
They don't want
the
you world to see their, should I say, their badness in that regard,
or their goodness as well. Do you understand? So like they want to protect their family. Don't bring the outside world to my home. Everything that happens in my home stays in my home. And what happens outside is outside. So someone saw this celebrity that you see outside that you condemn them, like, these people are so bad and notorious, or they humanize, and you have, they have all those bad qualities, but in their house they are good fathers and they are good wives.
They don't joke with their
children. Do you understand? So it's actually possible to be bad and be a good.
But I would just say maybe there will be degrees to the levels of their being bad.
Okay.
Because you can't just say because someone is a drug addict. If someone who is a drug addict
may not be a good husband.
May not be a good, because
the tendency is actually slim. Anyway, yeah, right. I think I should use that. It's the degree of
So, but when we now say maybe the extent of going extra mile to do what they wouldn't have done on a normal same ground, that they wouldn't have done, but because of the need to cater for their family, they don't mind going all out. Do you understand?
I don't know if you have seen this movie, John Q.
Yeah, I've watched it.
It's covered. You know what happened when he wanted to save his son's life or something. He had to cause chaos and everything. Yeah. His intention was the right intention, but the act was bad. Do you understand? So, and
no problem. As long as I just believe that no matter the motive, no matter the motive behind what we want to do, I just believe that we shouldn't engage in actions that will now be detrimental.
Okay.
Or that will have adverse consequences on others outside. But it's a very deep topic. Maybe we should create another time and
Okay, now but let me ask. The story of what's that her name again? I want to remember. Leah and Rachel and then Jacob. You see what played out there, right? Leah, I feel like Leah was more in love than Rachel. And Leah was a good wife, while Rachel wasn't a good wife.
Wasn't a good wife.
Yeah.
Okay, a good wife.
Yes.
Okay.
But my question is, why do men tend to why is it that they prefer to choose between, I don't know how to put this question, but I feel like, why do men choose who to love despite of their shortcomings? Why did they fall in love? I don't know.
You mean despite the shortcomings of the woman?
Yeah. Just why did that?
The truth of the matter is, our God is love.
Okay.
God is a mystery. There are some cases of love you can never explain. I've seen cases where they will ask you, why are you still with this person? You just say, I just love. That word, it sums it up. Oh, this person is doing this, he displays maladaptive behaviors in the society, and yet you just say, that I just love him. Which means there are some elements of satisfaction they derive. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And in the case of this Rachel you just mentioned, and Leah, well, I felt truly the Bible told us that Jacob loved Rachel. But according to their custom, it shouldn't be. And now he has suffered for 7 years. Oh, now that I have Rachel, Leah, I still want to do another 7 years. It's for a reason. It's because of love. And that love, even till now, we don't even know. I don't think, except theologians, will now break it down for us, and Bible scholars.
So Jacob chose to love a woman that is not submissive to him. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if,
because I feel like this is my point.
I don't know if
Rachel was submissive or not.
The only aspect I just know she might not have been submissive was maybe stealing of her father's idols.
Yes, and your husband asked you.
The husband asked.
And you said no, he did not carry it.
Well,
for me, she's not being submissive. She's stubborn. She's a stubborn wife.
And that love even transcends into the children.
Yeah.
That Rachel gave birth to.
Yeah.
Even more
than Leah.
In fact, it got to a point Leah has to start naming his children in hope
that the husband will love her.
The husband will now love me. The husband will now cherish me. The husband will now do this, give me attention. But the man never did. But the man knows, look her face. I
might be wrong. I want to believe that maybe that was why, because of Rachel's disobedience, that's why she did not stay long to enjoy the marriage.
Well, I don't know.
I feel like God wanted to make Leah and Jacob.
Jacob said it. Jacob said it that when Laban challenged him, he said it that this is a treasonable charge you are putting against me. This is this and that. Okay, whoever that you search and find this, let the person be put to death. The person will not live. I feel maybe he might have thought that it was Leah or any of her children, because he never really
liked them
like that, But
maybe we'll conclude on for a woman to act like that. I feel like there's more to her personality.
Which woman?
Rachel.
The
Bible did not tell us a whole story about her life, but that scenario alone gives us a lot of picture about the kind of woman she is. She is a good woman, but she's not a wife material.
She's not a wife material.
So I believe that for me, Leah was a good woman and she was a good wife as well.
Yeah, she tried. At least she tried.
I might be wrong, but I feel like
she by the accounts that we have, I don't think there's any ill thing recorded
about her.
Maybe the only ill I might have pointed out would have been that this man suffered for this one, and your father pushed you. But then I don't think they had any say against their culture so they just have to obey. But I know if it is in this dispensation, the woman will say, over my dead body. How can I? It is now. And I say, if he does not love you, walk out of the marriage. But then it is, once you have shook your head, you stay and endure or enjoy.
What an interesting conversation. I know that if we continue talking, we won't leave here.
We won't.
And there are a whole lot of things to even still unpack or unveil as well. But yeah.
No problem.
So guys, I don't know what you think about this whole thing. If Rachel was a good wife or not, or Leah, was she a good wife or a good person? Put your comments in the comment section and tell us if is it possible for you to be a good person and not a wife or husband material. Yeah, put it in the comment section. Whatever you think, of course, we're all here to learn. Thank you so much for being part of this interesting conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. We'll see you in our next episode. For now, it's bye-bye.